Hi folks, I'm going to try something a bit different today because I have found my old Behringer V-amp2. Now this thing has lived in a shed for 5 years. I brought it with me to France, never used it. As you see, it's had a pretty tough life. It was held together with insulating tape. I used to have this in our old rehearsal room back in Scotland as a kind of backup spare, but this hasn't been used in a decade at least. The bass control has gone. It still has got a UK plug, so I'll need to get an adapter for that. And it's in an absolute state, so I'm going to see if I can make it work, and I'm probably going to just put it into the effects loop of the Behringer and see if we can get something that sounds like a half decent kind of rock metal tone out of this thing, if it even works. So I'll get a plug, I'll fire it up and see what we can do. So bear with me and we'll see what the grand switch on does. Okay, so I've got all the right things plugged in, and it is a bit of a moment of truth. The amplifier is on. It's connected to the effects loop. So plug that in and nothing happens. That's not a great start. Aha! Here we go. It's working. Kind of. Oh! Oh! We have it. Ah. Okay, we've got a sound. It's not particularly good. What have we got this on? If I look under there, this is meant to be a Mesa rectifier. So yeah, it's yeah. Oh, I know. It could be. Now, how did this work? There's cabinet emulation on this. No. Is it press and hold? Yeah, press and hold. Cabinets. Okay, so we've got cabinets here. I don't need any cabinets. If you're running... aha, here we go. If you're running direct into a guitar amp, you always disengage the... Oh, here we go. Way too much gain, but hey. Right, that can go off. Okay. Bass is right... Oh, jeez. Bass is right up. I'll try and turn that back a bit. Okay. Okay, reverb off, turn off any effects. Okay, it's kind of working. Second parameter, I can adjust presence there and kill the bass a bit. It is meant to be a Mesa after all. You know, that's not bad. Put the gain to about 11 o'clock. If I dare touch this, don't think you can really see what it's doing. Okay, It's a sound. I'll try the, where are we going? High, Brit high gain. So this must be like a, based on a JCM 800, 900 probably. Ah, we've got the speakers back on again. So no, speakers, okay, yeah, we had speaker emulation on again. Okay, back off. Okay, yeah, alright. All I'm saying is okay here. I'm not really telling you what I'm doing, am I? Exit. The buttons are really, really sticky. They're just not behaving at all. I've got everything pretty much at noon. Bass, mid, treble. Gain is at 11 o'clock. With no effects on. No speaker emulation. So I'm using that Laney 4x12 and the Bugera that's up there, and that's it. But I'm just going into the effects loop of the Bugera, so that's got no effect at all, no gain, no drive coming from the amp itself. It's a little bit fizzy, a little bit fizzy. So second, no, what's that doing? It's doing some sort of mad stuff. Take the presence back. Oh, second parameter. Which is second parameter? Take the gain back a touch. It's very, very bassy. Okay. I need to stand up here to see this thing. Second parameter, so the treble. If I take presence back a touch. Put the treble up, but the presence down. Do you know that's quite a convincing kind of martial tone in the room anyway. Don't quite know how it's picking up on the mic, but does it roll back? Add some reverb. Oh, that's a lot of reverb just by touching it. That's with the gain on this turned right off, or as off as it goes. I'll put it to 10 o'clock. Quite bright. Quite bright. When I go into the bridge humbucker, it's quite sharp. Do you know, I'll turn the reverb off again so I can hear this. Most things actually around the midday mark sound pretty good actually. Now normally if I had a sound like that I would put Boss SD1 in front of it and hit that. I maybe should have done that, but I didn't honestly think this thing would work, let alone produce a sound. The gain is a bit much. You know, for meant to be a Marshall, actually this only at about 9 o'clock seems to be enough. So we'll put some delay on this. I would say that's a convincing enough Marshall tone. What have we got? Brit Classic. Brit Classic, that must be almost a plexi then. Okay, so we've got kind of plexi here. Right, this could be interesting. Cabinet. Get rid of the cabinet again. That's annoying that you can't just run it with the cabinet emulation off completely. It always seems to default to something. Okay, right. Exit. Exit. What one was exit? There we go. Exit. Effect off. Okay, now if this is true plexi style, if you want to go your old Van Halen-esque thing, you put the gain up, you put the mid up. I wish I should have brought a screwdriver to turn this thing. Bass up, treble up. And second parameter, whoop, no, second parameter is this button. And put the presence up. Oh! Okay, so if I turn the master down a bit, that's quite loud. No, that's really not doing a plexi sound. What else have we got? If I take the treble back, take the mid back. Let's see. Yeah, they seem to overcook the gain on a lot of these, so we'll try something else. What have we got? Classic 50 watt, Brit Classic or Classic 50 watt. I'm rambling here, so bear with me because this is all a learning experience for me. But can I get something to sound half decent? Here we go again with this silly cabinet emulation. I should put it into a PA cabinet and see what it sounds like. And exit. What's exit? That's exit. So Brit 50 watt. I'm not getting anywhere with the Marshall tones, that's for sure. That just sounds pretty nasty, to be honest. What else have we got? Right, modern high gain. So I would assume that should be a 5150 or a Soldano. If it's Soldano, I should be kind of close because I've got the Jet City there, which is essentially it's a Soldano Hot Rod 50 Plus. So we'll try that. And we'll go back into the silly cabinet emulation, get rid of that. Buttons are beginning to work a bit better. Exit. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Hey, this is working. Okay, second parameter. Where's the treble? Oh, the presence is right up. Back that off. I'll set this roughly to where I have my Jet City and see what I get. It's got a little bit more bass again than the actual amp. That's pretty good. I'm a bit shocked that this actually works. I should be talking to the camera, but I'm sort of making sure this thing doesn't blow up because it has lived in a very, very, very damp shed for a long time. Take off that, take back the presence a touch. These buttons are really not happy with. So back the presence off. The presence seems to have quite a nasty harshness to it. Okay, yeah, so as long as you keep the gain below about the halfway mark, then it's not too difficult to actually dial in something that, believe it or not, works. I would never risk taking this anywhere else out of here because I think touching these cables and it'll switch itself off and then reset. There's meant to be a memory battery in this thing, but it'll be long since gone. So I'll stick with that kind of modern high gain it's called. I would assume it's sort of Soldano-ish. Certainly has that feel for an old box. Let's add, in fact, we'll try a phaser. If I'm going to do something kind of Van Halen-y, it's a bit fast. There must be a way of adjusting that, but I'll not do that just now. So let's see. Yeah, it's swirly. It's too much. Yeah, it's modulating too much. So we'll leave that. Go to a delay. That'll do. Put a bit of reverb on it. Now, can I get away with something kind of resembling a song? We'll try that's actually surprisingly usable. Put a bit more reverb on it for the room. Let's see what we can get. Okay. Okay, I just keep saying okay, I'm sorry about this, I'm just playing with this thing. But yeah, that's usable. There's an artificialness to it. There is a zuzzy fizziness, but I think with a bit of time that could be dialed out. What'll we try that's something a bit different? We've got all these different settings I don't really recognise. You know, ultimate V-amp. I mean, ultimate. How much more gain do you need? I've got that on halfway, and it's already insane. If I go higher than that, jeez. The sheer amount of bass is what's unnatural. Even on that, it has to be dialed right back, right back. Actually sounds really, really good in the room anyway. I would probably say in a band situation I would have to really watch that amount of low end. I'm shocked. I really am. Really surprised that this thing actually works. That cable's really just hanging on by a thread, I think, and the circuitry's probably pretty dodgy and grotty in there, but kudos to Behringer for a thing that has lain in a shed for half a decade and kicked halfway across Europe the other half of the decade. Wow, okay. So will we add something else? We'll add some chorus and delay to that. Wow. Chorus and delay 1. Okay. Yeah, again, I dare say with a bit of time you could get actually very usable sounds. The effects at the moment are way, way overkill. But the actual amp tone through a real amp into the line out and into a cabinet is pretty good. So taking this and putting it through modern cabinet emulations and IRs, that would probably work. These weren't expensive at the time, but to be honest, that sounds as good as an awful lot of distortion pedals you buy. I would be delighted to stomp on a stomp box and get that sound. And what's this, 20-year-old? It just seems to lack a bit of that singing quality for lead stuff, but wow, okay, I'll not waste too much more time. I'm going to just play here and try something else. What do I want? We'll go for what would be a British blues. That'll be like a JTM 45. And there's that stupid thing again. Okay, cabinet. Get rid of the cabinet. Always get rid of cabinet emulations if you're running into an amp. I've seen some people say, oh, it sounds great with them on. No, it doesn't. It's way better off. Again, that amount of bass is completely unnatural. That's the bass right off now. That's usable. You know, if you put some pedals in front of that, then it's something usable. I'll put some reverb on that. Okay, I'm not going to waste much more of your time. It was just a little idea I had when I seen this lying in the shed. I thought, does it work? And it does. It shockingly does work. So I'll give my kudos to Behringer. If that was the quality of the stuff then yeah, it's stood the test of time. And as you can tell, I've really not taken much care of this thing. Wow. Anyway, I would like to have something a bit more current for you soon. Everything I've shown you in the last wee while has been completely outdated. But yeah, usable. Thank you very much, and I'll have something for you again later. Bye bye. Oh, good grief, that's half an hour. Sorry. Bye bye.